Good job. Hey all, welcome to the stream on this wonderful Saturday. Oh man, do we have a lot to unpack this week. I mean, it's a lot. We've got new buildings, new primes, new content creator, um, new updates for the game, version 30, which I mentioned a few weeks ago. I mean, wow, we've got a lot to take care of in this episode of CFTactics live stream. But first and foremost, I'm gonna shout out to everybody. Let's see who we've got in the chat. We've got we are the ones. We've got the BBS Ghost. Hey, Ghost came on. Welcome to the stream, Ghost. Let's see. We've got Professional Husky. Hey, Husky. We've got a fellow content creator. It's your boy Soul. Definitely check out his channel. He did a live stream earlier, which sadly I missed. I would have loved to have been part of that. Let's see who else we got. We've got Broccoli from the TFEW server. He's also a fellow playtester. So welcome to the stream, Broccoli. I know you said you wanted to make it this weekend, and here you are. So thank you for joining. We've got Zohan. We've got, let's see, Albright B4G. Welcome to the stream. We've got Maddie, who's becoming a regular now. We've got Grim Studios. He is a regular. We've got Schnapton74. Welcome to the stream. We've got We Are the Ones. He's definitely a regular. We've got J-Rad, second week in a row. Welcome to the stream, J-Rad. We've got our new content creator here live in the chat with us, Ultrapidus. Welcome, bro. Thanks for joining the stream. We've got some of the regulars here. We've got Spen. We've got Twilight Tier. We've got Radio Wave. So, guys, welcome to the stream. Thank you. And oh man, oh man, oh man. Like I said, this is a big... We got a huge newsletter this week with all kinds of information. But I'm going to start it off. As you guys know, I sum it down into my announcement section. Well, I'm going to just roll into the announcements, and here we are. So, in CFTactics fashion, I've been doing the HQ19 reveals. This week we got our HQ19 Shield Gen. This thing looks nice, and of course everybody knows that I'll do a review of all the HQ19 buildings shown up and revealed so far. This thing is really nice. It poses a lot of questions, especially with some of the other things that we're going to discuss in the announcements today. Of course, this weekend is McAdams Redo, and we are getting Alchemist Prime and his artifact, the lenses, which we've got shown up here in the announcement screen. We still have the new 5-star combiner and playtest. It's getting finalized. We're getting closer to launch for this. We've got the 5-star Dust Up and Vortex, and we've got the 5-star Mirage and Breakdown. From what I saw and from what was given to us content creators, this is going to be a web store exclusive before they hit their legacy event. I'm not sure if they're going to do a joint event for them both or they're going to be two individual events. I'm going to probably think it's going to be two individual legacy events, but they're going to be web store exclusives at first. We've got the new combats, Wing Blaze and Chopster. I mean, we've got so much on the table. It is crazy, but there's still more. There's still more to announce here. And like I said, this is just a big chock full of nuts announcement that we've got going on here. I mean, it's huge. It's huge. We've got our new content creator this week, Ultrapidus. Check out his channel, guys. He does some great content. I've contributed to a few of his streams already. He's got some great content going on. He does some battle strategies, some bot strategies. Definitely check him out. I love his content. I'm not gonna lie. I'm kind of jealous that I didn't take that route with it, but I've got my own thing going, so that's all good for me. It works for me. We've got a new core rarity coming up. It's going to probably be above G Metal. It's going to be the Cyber Knight rarity. And for those of you that don't know in Transformers lore, Cyber Knight is the actual metal that Transformers bodies are made out of, what their buildings are. It's like a Cybertronian resource. So that's going to be interesting, especially considering that, their buildings are made out of this. In the Bayverse they called it Transformium, but this is Cyber Knight. Their new core coming out. Next week, hopefully, we've got version 30, which I've talked about, and I do owe everybody an apology. Last I had heard, I hadn't gotten the update until earlier this week, that Total Prime Power, I had stated that Total Prime Power was coming out with Alchemist Prime, and that got changed to and I did say that was going to be in version 30. We didn't get the version 30 update with Alchemist Prime, which includes the Total Prime Power, which I went over a couple of weeks ago and broke down the mechanics of that. But there's also going to be event improvements, and there's going to be a lot involved with the new event improvements. Okay, they're going to be doing some premium battle zones. So, and it's going to be kind of like Mayhem, that some weekend events will include optional high-cost battle zones, and that's going to be unlocked through an event bundle. So, I don't know how that's going to quite work yet, but that's going to be interesting. And they said that these zones are going to remain available for the entire current event. So I guess once you buy this mega bundle, you get these premium zones, and you'll probably just continue battling in them. So this will be definitely interesting, and it's going to be a higher fuel cost, of course, guys. So you guys are going to have to want to buy fuel cells for them, and there's going to be a lot of new intricacies with these new event improvements. So we'll wait to see how they turn out, and we'll see how they are going to be working, and how they work, and how they're going to be unleashed. So I can see how this is going to be a new overall money maker for the game. A lot of higher end people, a lot of spenders, a lot of whales are going to go for these exclusive event zones. So that's going to be fun and cool. Like I said, we've got the Cyber Knight Power Core coming. This is going to be above and beyond that of G Metal, so it's going to be a higher rarity. There's going to be more powerful effects with them. There's going to be additional upgrade progression, so that probably means we're going to be able to fuse G Metal cores, which might be nice. Actually, it's not going to be nice. It's going to be very nice to be able to do that. So and considering that they said that there's going to be additional effects, I'm not sure if that's going to include items like making abilities adaptive or something. I don't know yet. We still haven't gotten those in playtest, so that's going to be an interesting new core rarity, and I know that the TFEW server was abuzz with that. So, especially JRAD. JRAD really was stoked about the idea of the new core rarity. So yeah, I mean, that's just a small smidgen of what's going on. I mean, there's going to be more going along with this. We're going to have there's going to be a new Prime Lab visual level for level 5. I guess it's going to switch over like how any of the higher level buildings for your HQ, match your Titan color. So we'll get that for the Prime Lab as well. So I mean, and there was a major fix with the Prime Lab that went on as well. That now prevents multiple primes from upgrading at the same or ranking up at the same time. In a way, I think that's kind of a bad move from a player standpoint, but from a development standpoint, it kind of makes sense. I kind of get it. So again, congratulations to Ultrapidus being our new content creator. We now have 3 official content creators. So that's awesome. So it's not just me and Soul anymore. Now we've got Ultrapidus, and we're gonna beat him up. We're gonna give him some fun stuff to address over time. And like I said, check out his channel. He and I are planning a collaboration. Don't know when that's going to happen yet. My schedule just finally stabilized because, guys, I've been doing mostly Saturday streams. I've done a couple of Sundays. I've done a couple throughout the week. But now that my schedule is going to stabilize, it's definitely going to be on Saturdays, which leaves me room to help out and collab with other creators like Soulja and Ultrapidus and even like Twilight. And although knowing Twilight, I might break his stream or break his collaboration. So, and yeah, Broccoli brings up a really good point. The G Metal core stats and numbers aren't enough for HQ19, so that's probably why we're going to be getting these Cyber Knight cores, this new rarity. So, yeah, and just to let you all guys know, Broccoli is also a playtester. So if you see in the chat that he's talking about things that you're not understanding, I can load up the playtest and we can go over it. But yeah, man, like I said, there is still a lot to go over, and we haven't even really hit the tip of the iceberg. But I want to go over the new Prime and everything this weekend. I know that we had delved into it in past streams and such, but I really want to open it up and show you guys Alchemist Prime. This guy is something fierce. This is on my live account presently, so I've got like a level 2 or level 3 Alchemist Prime. He is looking sharp. I mean, we got the model on live. We didn't get the model on playtest. It was kind of funny. so that is definitely interesting. And Zohan is asking, how is Alchemist Prime? Well, we've had him in playtest for about a month, 3 weeks or so, and we've really liked him. We've wanted some additional things with him, but it may come with another Prime. So Zohan, he's definitely good. He's going to be a support style Prime. I mean, really, in all reality, all the Primes are going to be support bots to your squad. I don't think. And anybody can tell me if they think I'm wrong in this regard, but I don't think there's going to be any Prime that's going to be a major frontliner on their squads. They definitely help out for support, though, And in this case, we've got his Energon transmission, which gains 6% health, and that number goes up as you level up his artifact, which, like I said, on live, I don't have yet. And it works out with, gives your squad some health, and it also heals for any DPS that he's taken. So this is like a damage in, health out type of support bot, or support Prime, rather. And then we've got his Prime Landing ability. That's what happens when he gets deployed on the battlefield. And from here, he gets 2 times. He gives your squad 2 times DPS, heading in a small damage healing. So in a small area. I'll load it up on playtest so that we can see it, because I've got it in a higher level. So And here's Twilight saying, "Click here," and here we go. So I mean, here he is. Okay, he's a healer and disruptor. He's definitely going to be a more support style bot. And thank you, Twilight. Um, I hadn't finished. Twilight likes to jump ahead sometimes as I work through my progression, but I'm not gonna upset him. I'm not gonna yell at him too much today. Too much. Um, but yeah, he's definitely a support style bot. He does do normal damage when emphasized here. So I mean, he's gonna be probably he's number 4 released. I can definitely see him being a great addition to any team. I can definitely see that happen. And I mean, he looks good. His alt form is kind of generic. He's just like this giant SUV support truck. But yeah, I mean, overall, the model is looking great. The alt mode is looking great. The transformation is kind of right in line with everything that we've had so far. And like I said, on live, I don't have the lenses, but on my playtest account, I do. And I'll get that switched over real quick, and we'll get that. I'll get that going so that you guys can see what a higher level alchemist will do. Just so that we've got some good overall practical usage going on. And I just noticed that my heading for this is wrong. My heading here still says 5-star Optimus, Maximus, and Bruticus, which, you know what, we will explore as well. So that way, I'm not gonna turn it around and change it live. I'll leave it as is right now. But here we go. Here's the lab on playtest. And like I said, a lot of things haven't been updated on playtest yet. But here's what the lenses are supposed to do. They increase his damage boost quite a bit. So he's got like a medium area of effect, and like I said, I'll show it into a battle here. But it's actually a really nice. It's a really nice ability. And let's go pick on somebody that's in the chat today. Let's see. Who are we gonna pick on? Because we picked on Pittis a lot last week. And you know what? I'm gonna go for Maddie. I have not hit Maddie's base in a while. So let's go take a look-see at Maddie's base. Okay, he's got a good distribution here. He's a little front loaded. He's going to try to do some path disruption with his walls, and he's got that HQ fortified pretty well in the back. All right. See, guys, this is why, like Ultra Pittis has said, I have said, anybody will tell you, scope out your enemy base when you're able to, like during wars. And such like that before you deploy your team, so you can strategize ahead of time. And oh yeah, look at that. We've got the that's the Ore 13 harvester. So yeah, we're gonna have some fun here. And this is the Prime Lab, and you can see it's almost got the Titan colors on it. So let's go launch this guy in a battle. And I'm going to throw in my personal favorite combiner, Dino King. And I just realized I should have used 5-star Bruticus. Yeah. That's how I'm doing today. But Twilight's like, you always do me. I do Hiu, I do Cheeto, I do Pittis. So it'd be nice to change things up, because I think, and and we are the ones is right. I should attack his base too. I really should. Now, how am I going to strategize with this? I'm going to launch my combiner over here. I'm going to clear up some of this pathing disruption. And let me, oh, it got me right there. Oh, that's beautiful. And then I'm going to hit my 4-star here. And then I'm going to wait for the 5-star ability and take it out right there. Do some nice acid AoE. I'm going to clear that out. Ooh, yeah, that fixed up some of that path disruption. That was nice. Okay. Well, now this is nice. I've just got these 2 flanks available. And I'm playing this like a real battle, just so that you guys are aware. I know that I'm on the playtest server, but I try to show you guys as accurately as I can in most cases, how you can strategize and attack bases this way, and how you can how you can use these bots, and where do I want to deploy my alchemist. He'll go over here, because watch this. This is how it happens. My team just got a speed boost and a damage boost, and they are going to go to town on Maddie's base now. Yeah, they are. Got some of the outposts over. Yeah, look at this, man. My barricade is just like, yeah, I'm happy to go anywhere. And we're gonna bring this up over here. I got my Dinobot and stuff doing what they do over there. Oh wow, everything got moved over to the left side, probably because of my alchemist. But that's okay. This is why you strategize. This is why you try to plan ahead for this stuff. You've really got to try to plan ahead. And ooh, yeah, I didn't think he was gonna last long enough for the lifesteal to kick in. It happens, but I am going to hit my shield over here. And hey, I've only lost 1 bot so far on this, so, well, besides my prime. But I mean, as you guys may have seen, my alchemist got pretty high up on the HQ before he dropped. And I just got the stun. So yeah, see, this pathing disruption that Maddie's got going on with his walls is actually working out really well to his benefit. But yeah, as you guys saw, Alchemist gave my team some damage increase, some speed increase. So yeah, I mean, if you guys really want to do some high damage work with some healing on the back end, Alchemist is kind of your prime to go to. It's a good overall strategy, and a great overall prime to add to your team. So I would not say that oh hey, is Alchemist now better than Prima? That really all depends on your squad composition and the strategies you want to employ. I mean, look at this. I got 3 bots left. 3 fairly high DPS bots left. So this is actually working out well, and I think Maddie's gonna fall, though he took out a good chunk of my team. A very good chunk. So I'm not complaining, But this is why we play around. This is why we harp on each other, looking for base improvements, looking for squad improvements, the whole 9 yards, the whole shenanigan. And I mean, he made me use my battle boost. He made me use my prime. Now I didn't take a Titan into this, but yeah, there he goes. Maddie fell. But and yeah, Ultrapidus is also putting out a great comment out here that primes can also be used simultaneously to amplify your ward teams, and this is a good point. They can't help you out in wars. They can be a game changer in your war strategies and in your war deployments. I mean, I don't quote unquote adhere to like a war team paradigm, but I do have a couple of steady bots that I use for my wars when I'm going in. So it's all good that way. Devil made it. Hey, Devil, welcome to the stream. Who else we got? I saw a couple of people coming in here. I saw a couple of people come on here. There's Radio Wave is here. We've got VNU. He's on here. Welcome. We've got the big GPA. Welcome. Glad to see that you made it on. So yeah, I mean, we've got we got a couple of more people in the stream. Thank you for joining. You know, well, Brock, as you saw in mine, my Alchemist did actually have speed boost. So maybe that was a glitch for playtest. But he did do a lot of damage, and he did do a lot of healing, which probably is what helped keep my team alive. So that was nice. So, but I mean, he's got some really good stats overall. You know, he's got some base damage. It's a little low, but you know, once you get him leveled up and ranked up, and get the artifact in place, you know, we've got some good stuff. And now that I think about it, do I have any more prime points that I can spend? I do, I think. No, nope, not yet. Nope, I'm still maxed out. But this is the total prime power tree, and it applies to all of your primes. So you'll get health bonuses, you know, summon cost reductions. So that's what helps make them cheaper to deploy in battle. You get damage boost. You can get special ability damage, and the special ability is what their artifact controls. So don't forget about that. We've got the Prime XP bonuses, so that your Prime gets more XP during battles. We've got ability cost reductions, and we've got the points that you're able to get, the Prime points. Prime points kind of work analogous to Titan XP. That's the best way I can describe it at the moment. And that's what unlocks these perks in the total prime power map. And it's a long map. We've got 84 steps currently. There has been talk already of being able to expand it, but getting all these prime points is cumulative across all your primes, so it applies with your Megatronus, with your Solus, with your Prima, with your Alchemist now, and that's what helps unlock all these special abilities. And just so that you guys also are aware, these larger milestones that you see here in the map, that's what they are. These are the prime power abilities that help expand things out. So that's really great in that regard. So yeah, this is coming out with version 30 of the client, which is slated for next week. So that'll be a fun introduction for people to do. And I can't believe I was a nerf herder and launched up my my Dino King instead of my 5-star Bruticus. But let me talk, while I'm on the topic of the 5-stars, let me talk about the new bots coming in. And they are going to be Mirage and Vortex for the Decepticons, or Mirage for the Autobots, and Breakdown for the Decepticons. Okay, and Vortex and Dust Up for the Autobots and Decepticons. So yeah, these guys are getting a rework. We've had some back and forth on the overall discussion, and I think these guys are a little bit lower on my screen right now. let's double check. There's Vortex. And then I should have Breakdown in close to where he was. Probably lower. There's Breakdown. Okay. So yeah, these guys, Vortex, the most recent updates for Vortex, he got an HP increase. And I'm honestly not seeing it on here, but it may have actually applied. I think it was Broccoli or one of our other playtesters there said that their tooltip went away, and it kind of did. Yeah, I don't see it up here, but we've got a G1 core that pretty much just increases the ability damage by a percentage, and I think what level is this at? This is at level 1, so it's a really low level. But I can go ahead and fuse it up and give you guys some. Ooh, I've got. Do I have any cores I can fuse? Yes, I've got a couple. All right. I've got a couple here that I can fuse up into, and that's all the gold. That'll put me like 13 or 14, probably more 13. And hey, Cheeto made it to the stream. How you doing, Cheeto? But yeah, so you can see that it just does an ability damage increase. It's not really all that. I mean, that will help down the line, but I'm not. I really miss the days when the G1 cores had, you know, a class specific attribute as well as a bot specific one. But I mean, I'm not gonna complain. It's the G1 is a little lackluster, but you know, we can make it work. We can definitely make that work. And then we've got Breakdown, who also has a new G1, and again, this is more of an ability damage increase. And this time I'll go use some of the G metal cores that I've got over here to get him increased a bit. But yeah, it's just going to be strictly a damage level increase. It's not going to be too much. It's just a percentage. And let's take a look, see where those cores put me, because that was like 11 million. Yeah. Oh, I also am corrected. It's also a duration increase. So yeah. So that duration, by the way, is for the stealth. Just to let you know. So yeah, G1 Breakdown / Mirage will have stealth in it. And both of these bots with their rework are not bad bots. Are people gonna be striving, you know, reaching out and chasing them? I don't know, honestly, to be honest. Some people might, just because they want the 5-star combiner. But I don't know if I'm gonna chase the 5-star combiner, honestly, with the way that it is currently at, which, like, I was an idiot. I used the wrong combiner anyway when I did my test battle against Maddie. I'm still not impressed with how Bruticus Optimus Maximus is coming in a 5-star. But let's test these two bots out. And in typical, stereotypical, and regular CFTactics fashion, we never follow the suggested zone. Never. And I'm going to try taking these guys, since it's just them and they're fairly low level. Wendy showed up. Hey, Wendy. Glad to see you. I'm going to push them into a hard battle. Yeah, I know they're 5-stars, but, you know, we've seen some low-level 5-stars really excel, and we've seen them where they really tank. So there's Mirage's AoE right there. Not bad, definitely better. Vortex has definitely got a lot more going on now. And actually, that was a nice little blow up. Was that Vortex's ability? Was that his G1, or was that just from his special ability? I got to take another look see at that. Yeah, it didn't happen this time. But yeah, and yeah, I know this was like a low level base to go attack, and my Titan took it out. But they've got better range than they previously had. And like I said, these were two very low level, as you guys can see, 5 stars that did pretty good against a low level base. We're gonna crank up the heat. We're gonna really make these guys sweat it a bit. I might add the other Constructicons to this or the Combaticons. Constructicons. Yeah, man, I've got green bots on my mind today. I don't know what that's about. But and Cheeto is saying he's not going to use the new combat. Yeah, the new combat is a ranged or is a melee combat. So seems a little disappointing overall, but it's pretty much it's a DPS booster just like Scorpulator or Tyrannotron was. Except it's geared towards melee bots. That's pretty much it. He does do some DPS increases for your bots, but I kind of have to agree with Cheeto on that. I don't see him being used too much, to be honest. I don't see a lot of melee players equipping him to their melee bots to get some stuff out of to increase their DPS. Not when you've got other cores like the Forge of Soulless, you've got Anorax and Windblade and those kinds of combats. I don't see how any of these this new combat is going to do it. All right, that's all 5 Combaticons, and I probably didn't use them all, but all right. So we're going to go. Yeah, we'll go zone 15 for these new guys. See how well they work with their. We'll see how good they are pairing up with their teammates. I don't. I hope that they do well. And I mean, I do like the targeting fixes that they gave us for Vortex and Dust Up. I do like the targeting fixes. They're not so scattered like they used to be. They are definitely more consolidated, definitely more targeted, like they should be. So this could be an exciting rework for them. And overall, you know, it's doing wow. Wow, my brawl fell before these new bots did. I wonder how low level my brawl was. Probably fairly low. But and I know that a lot of people also ask, you know, is Onslaught a good bot? This type of thing, because I'm going off on the Combaticons right now. He can be. Like most people will probably end up using him at close range, so they don't get the spread that you see in the screen right now. But you know that's one thing that I try to emphasize to players is his ability is good for long range. He's got a good spread. His damage could be boosted a lot. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, watch here. Here it is. You saw it at long range, and you saw it at medium range. As long as you can get that spread going for Onslaught, yeah, he can be a good bot. He is squishy though. That I'm not gonna deny. And I mean, I remember when he was really back in the early days of the game. He was a hard bot to kill, and now he's a little squishy. But yeah, so they actually overall the new 5 stars do work pretty well. They do pair up pretty well with their teammates. And like I said, guys, I'm sorry if it seems like I'm all over the place. You know, we got a lot of stuff to go over. Um, and I don't think. Well, we'll see. We'll see how the timeout works on the combiner lab to go over with the. No, not weapons. I want the new combats here, because most of now you guys got it. Here's Chopster and Windblaze. Okay, he does do some. I want to call it smash damage, but they've got it in here as something else. Um, you know, but yeah, I kind of agree with Cheeto. Pittis has a good point though. You know, the new combat may work well with like Snarl perhaps. And that is hunger for the Decepticons, and I'll try equipping it to him. Let's do some laboratory testing here. We'll try it on hunger and see if that works out well. There's Chopster right there, and yeah, like I said, he is a melee, so he's gonna be like an axe or something. And here's what he does. I believe he's near max. I'll double check. Yeah, he's maxed, I think. So you get some DPS increase, and yeah, he's max level. He's at 11, 10 or 11. Hard to tell. He's at 11 on this. But yeah, let's try him. Let's try him out on hunger. Yeah, let's see. Now I've always found, even back in the earlier days of the game, that hunger was kind of a situational bot at best. His ability was kind of meh, and it still kind of is, even now with the 5-star rework we've got of him. I don't really, you know what? Screw this. I'm going by name. You know, there's other bots out there like Bludgeon, even Bombshell. If he was melee, could do better than Hunger in a lot of ways. But I just have always found Hunger to be slightly underwhelming in terms of performance. He can easily get blocked up on walls. He can. I mean, that's just my opinion, and I've seen this in practicality too. And the big DPS is just like, you passed them. Yeah, I probably did. But sometimes it's, especially when I'm working with specific bots and I know their name, it's easier just to go searching for them by name. All right, and we're going to go zone... Should we go 14 or 15 with this Hunger and Chopster? Let's see what everybody else says. Add one Taunt Warrior too. All right, we'll add a Taunt. We'll put, we'll put Armada Wheeljack in there. Wow, this is actually a heavy melee team. Okay. But back to the initial question. Oh, and that actually changed it. So, 15 or 16, guys. 15 or 16. Where are we going to go? Up. Muhammad says 16. All right. And Fazan, welcome to the stream. I know that I didn't get to call you out earlier. So, welcome to the stream. And we're going, he said 15, but I'm going 16. I misread it as 16. And Cheeto, yeah, I don't listen to you. Why should I listen to you, Cheeto? Why? Why? No, I mean, I've got so many in-jokes with so many other people. It's funny. Q is on the stream. Hey, Q, welcome to the stream. Welcome, and this is Hunger. We're looking over Hunger and Chopster. And yeah, see, he goes right around the walls. He goes right in the line of stuff. I'm not really seeing too much. I'm not seeing... I'm actually seeing, like the other bots doing more damage than Hunger and Chopster at the moment. So I think we may have picked a bad bot, Ultra Pittis. to equip him on, because see, he's right over there. Okay, he's doing a lot of fire damage, but that's more of like that's more like his special ability at the moment. But he is okay. He did do pretty good in that one. I was able to see it that time. We weren't so clustered up the last time. So let's see. And yeah, Hunger just fell. There's Armada Wheeljack with the taunt. But yeah. So all right. And let's see. Wow, my Armada Wheeljack. Because remember, he's damage in, damage out. So he can, as long as he's doing damage, he can pretty much hold it up. But I don't think he's going to be able to take out Fargo's base here. I don't see it happening. But we'll see. But yeah, I think we'd be better off with somebody else. Ultrapitus, I really do. I'm going to retreat out of here. I do kind of see the benefit for Hunger, but I guess it's just because the bot is meh at the most. I mean, in my opinion, and again, this is my opinion. This isn't, fact or anything, just based off of what I'm seeing. And it could be just because of how I'm using them, too. I've always found Hunger to be a mid-level bot at best. But let's clear this out. Clear out that test team. We'll come back into the Combiner, or the Power Core Lab. I'm just all over the place today. There's Chopster. We previously tested him on Armada Megatron. He did pretty good that way. We just tried him out on Hunger. I'm going to say let's try him out on Bludgeon. Let's see what he does with Bludgeon. Because Bludgeon also does a taunt and stuff that way too. He should be able to go on off-road as well because he is melee. Let's see. Let's see where he can go. Off-road, all the way down here at the bottom. M's, R. Ramjet. Yes, he can go on off-road as well. It's all melee bots, and that also includes Skylynx and Blitzwing because they're melee triple changers as well. So, who's the con version of Gears? That would be Quake. Radio Wave. Radio Wave is Quake, and he's a ranged special, so it won't equip to him. And who do we just put it on off road, didn't we? No, we didn't equip it. All right, but I want to go back and try him on Bludgeon real quick, and then we'll try him on off road. Because I like the fact that he's got the taunt here. So we'll see if that helps increase. And I'm going to build out a slightly more strategized squad. Obviously, I'm going to be using my Bludgeon. My Bludgeon. I'm going to go with my personal favorite, Black Arachnia. I know a lot of people, are like, ugh, Black Arachnia. But I like her with the Amalgamous Core because she can go through and she can tear up some bases. With the Amalgamous Core, I mean, she's not as good as she used to be, obviously, but she's still one of my favorites. And I like playing against the meta because people are like, what did you do with your Black Arachnia to get her to live so long? My base should have killed her, and it's just like Amalgamous Core. And we'll put Crasher in there. Crasher. I'm, like I said, guys, I'm all over the place today. Let's see. And let's do, because I like to think somewhat out of the box. I'll actually throw a healer in there this time. Everybody just shuddered. The universe is about to end. CF put a healer on his team. Oh no. I'm gonna hear a lot of that in a minute. I know. You put a healer on your team? Yeah, believe it or not, I've been using them more. We'll do Flame War, and then let's see. I want I want, and I'll put Knockout on there, one of my favorites. And we'll throw Alchemist back on here. Hey, my combiner timed out. I bet you Cube did that for me, or somebody. So thank you. There we go. Now I got the 5-star Bruticus on here, so I'll highlight that out too. We're going to go zone 16 because, we don't do anything at the suggested. We never follow the suggested zone on my channel. I don't know why. Just I like pushing the bots and their abilities to their extreme. So let's get, we'll put Bludgeon right there up against that MDS with Chopster, and he's fallen quick. Wow, actually a lot of my team has fallen. Who is this? Sunshine bots. Okay. Well, this was a bad team to use then. But yeah, okay, here we go. I totally did not strategize properly for this. Alright, let's go bring Bruticus into the battle here. Now, we got some improvements, allegedly, for... yeah, see, like Wendy just said. CF's using a healer? We're in an alternate dimension now. No, Wendy. I have been using them more and more since we've got... Okay, yeah, the shields are working a little bit better on the 5-star now. I'm still not... Yeah, he's actually living a bit longer this time. I went 3, 5, and 4 for him on here. Let's see. Let's see if his Earth Shatterer will do any good here. All right, yeah. Okay, Bruticus. Okay, Bruticus. This last buff, because what I told the guys over in PT and Broccoli and Twilight and a lot of the other PTs can confirm, Pittis and Solja and everybody, they can tell you. I'll be like, hey, I'm going to check this out on my stream this weekend. And I almost did not live up to that. Ooh, is that headquarters sparking? It is. Wow. Okay. Well, that is a humongous difference. That is a humongous difference from how he was last weekend. That was definitely okay. I'm gonna have to try. I got that was in zone 16. Wow. Okay. All right. That was interesting. I was really not expecting Bruticus to live that. I gotta try that again. I gotta see that again. I'm that's a huge buff. I think he's sustainable now. I think he might be actually able to be used. I gotta make sure this wasn't a fluke. I gotta make sure. Okay. So I did 3, 5, 4, and then 2. So we're gonna try that similar combo. There's 3 right up there to that autocannon. Right. That shield is holding up. That shield is actually doing really better, and it's doing okay. And now we got the leap for 5 right here, right into the heart of this. And wow, oh yeah, man, okay. Even with MDSs, he is holding up great. We're gonna Earth Shatter him here. I think we may have found a primo combo here. 3, 5, 4, and then 2. This is he's just gonna go straight for the HQ, even though he's dying. But well, he took it down. Oh wow. Okay. This buff for this weekend. This was great. And Broccoli is saying, yeah, if the shields are used right, these new 5-stars are strong indeed. No mayhem killers though. No mayhem killers. Definitely not. But no, overall, man, this latest buff for Bruticus is really great. And I think Broccoli, I may have found the sweet combination with him of 3, 5, 4, 2 for his abilities. I'm gonna, you know what? as much as I hate saying this, and we don't have a zone higher than it, we're going to try it in the prime zone. So, oh, shut up, Broccoli. Yeah, I did. But let's take a look-see, because, I mean, let's try him in the prime zone. I know, it's a suggested zone, but guys, it's the only zone we've got right now. So let's see how he does a little bit here in like the zone 17, which for live would be about 16 or 17. So I'm going to try this combo again. 3. Ooh, I might be able to go straight to the HQ on this one. And then 5. Yep, I am. Let's go straight to the HQ. And then we're going to go... I'm going to need that shield up. Give me that shield. There it is. 2. Well, I did 3 again. And then we'll do 4 down here. We'll nullify some of these defenses unless this HQ falls. This HQ might fall before I even really get any nullification done. And bam, just as all the disables went. Okay, yeah, this is a definitive improvement as compared to last week. You know, I mean, wow, that is, and Broccoli can tell you, Twilight Tier can tell you, we were all frustrated last week with how Bruticus was working and the tweaks that they made. And then they said in playtest that they were going to get rid of one of his shields on the 5-star. And we're like, why are you doing that? And then they gave us better targeting with the 4-star. He's definitely doing a lot better than he was last week. That is for certain. Definitely for certain. Yeah, he is crazy strong. He could be as good as Volcanicus, maybe better. But again, you've got to weigh these things with how your squad's working, with what elements you're going. Obviously, they're going electric for Bruticus, so you'll want some cryobots potentially. With Volcanicus and Predaking, they're fire-based, so you want to have acid bots, other bots that enhance that as well. So yeah, this buff for Bruticus, I'm surprised and rather happy about. Now I want to try him against my base because I know how to beat my base. I know how to also hurt my base. And let's see. Okay, I should still be able to put him on both defense and offense. So I'm going to try him real quick on my base, and I'm going in the wrong place for that. Yeah, I'm gonna attack my own base from there. Let's go base trials and bring it. I'm going to go hard mode this time. Haven't gone hard mode in a while. So, going to try this out. And yeah, and OC Champion, yeah, compared to what we had last week, yeah, it is a definitive improvement. I mean, it's a noticeable improvement. I'm going to have to maybe do a split screen showing what it was like last week versus this week, and just I got to give it a thumbs up now. I mean, last week, and I mean, Broccoli, Twilight Tier, Soldier, Pittis, a lot of us were giving a lot of hell to the playtest team about, this is supposed to be a 5-star? Ugh. We're not going to chase him. We're not going to go for him. We're not going to see it. We don't see the viability in him. And then they're like, here, guys, try this. And yeah, that was the on-death effect would work, so that was nice. And the on-death effect did work against the Quintus, and even my defensive version of Bruticus held up pretty well. So that's good to see. Come on, I want to rush the darn combiner. Come on, get me in there. You're not. He's just Bruticus is just walking the other way around. He's taking the long way. He's like, yeah, I'm not going to give you a chance to come rush at me. But let's see. Let's see. We'll take Ramjet over there. If Ramjet will trigger, there we go. And yeah, let's all dogpile on Bruticus. But wait, that was odd. I aimed my Megatron at Bruticus, and he just went up elsewhere. Okay, that's new and funky. I will have to research that in more detail. But yeah, I mean, even on defense, he was holding up pretty well against himself, for lack of a better term. But yeah, I mean, major improvement to the combiner overall. I'm actually gonna say I'm rather happy with him at this point. I'm not gonna say or whether he's chase worthy or not, but it's a definitive improvement, and I do actually like the fact that he is electric, and he's targeting the electric combo, or the electric element rather, because we don't have we have a lot of we do have a lot of electric bots, but they're not. A lot of players don't use them. They stick with the fire and the acid. Because I'm not going to lie, fire and acid is a great elemental combo. You know, you got damage over time, and then you've got the negation of healing with the acid. It's great. Electric and cryo is also are also good elemental combinations. You know, they do slow down and disable. And a lot of people forget electric has like 3 aspects to it. You can disable, which is kind of like the old stun. The bot stays in place. It can't use its ability. It just doesn't move. Then you've got what I call the soft disable, where it just stops the bot from being able to use their ability. They still walk into danger, but it stops them from using their ability. And then you've got the electrical damage itself. That's a damage over time mechanic, which is and Cheeto's like, I sent you 50 messages in chat, and because he's hitting me up on Discord right now. But he sent me a replay from the test with Rampage and Megatronus and Chopster. So I'll check out that replay. Thank you, Cheeto, and sorry I didn't address you in chat. I've been all over the place. But let's check out I only got Vortex Breakdown Wild Rider. Okay. Let's see it. Now, guys, they have been trying to make improvements on the replays, but they are still pretty actionable. Overall dramatizations of what's going on. So, yeah. I do agree with you, Broccoli, that his 2-star should remain normal damage. Talking about Bruticus and Optimus Maximus, I definitely agree with you in that regard. You know, keep the 3-star and the 4-star with the electrical damage and the stun and the disable, and then the 5-star with the leap should be something like that smash damage or that quake that we see. So I mean, I definitely see something going on like that, you know. And I do see also that, you know, we are getting more multi-elemental dynamics and mechanics going on here too. You know, we're working on, and I mean, all of us in playtest are screaming, we need to be able to better chain our combiner abilities and stuff like that. So, yeah, they are getting better. The cooldowns are becoming a little bit more tolerable to work with. There are still some combiner mechanics out there that if you chain some abilities, you interrupt another ability. Dino King and Raiden have that kind of chainability issue, and I call that an issue because you should be able to chain their abilities, especially when you're doing like a damage absorption shield, and then you want to rush them in someplace or something like that. So yeah, yeah, exactly. Broccoli is saying, and we're still going on with the normal damage discussion of the ability damage. Broccoli is saying, there needs to still be the normal damage left so that he can counter like the Billbot drones. Because if it's all elemental, then that kind of does negate the abilities of your combiner. So yeah, I do agree with Broccoli on that. We still do need to be able to use normal damage elsewhere so that we can counter those Billbots. And that was a great playback, Cheeto. Thank you. And then Wendy is saying the electric and cryo is good, but the thing is it's one way. Only benefits cryo if he remembers correctly. Fire and acid benefit both elements. And cryo and electric benefit each other. There is a 30% boost, damage boost, when you use cryo and electric together. So that's that combo. So I think that's where a lot of people do tend to misunderstand that. It's cryo and electric work together, and acid and fire work together. Pair Headstrong and Chopster and do a solo Zone 15 fire acid combo. All right. Yeah, we'll probably conclude with this. With Broccoli's Broccoli's suggestion here. Put Chopster on Headstrong and do a Zone 15 solo with fire acid combo. All right, let's see this. We'll go get my Headstrong, who's a warrior. He's one of my higher ones. You know what? I can go back to star rating on this one because Headstrong is one of my higher level ones. And we'll take off the Armada Star Saber. We'll put Chopster on him. There we go. There's Chopster. All right. Yeah, let's give this a shot. Of course, when soloing, you got to add a second bot onto your squad to do something. So I'll just put Barricade and Headstrong into this squad just so I can solo it. Zone 15. All right, Broccoli, this one's for you, buddy. And let's see what we can do here. Okay, this actually should work a bit. So let's see, especially with Headstrong's rush ability, I should be able to make some good progress here. Let's run it in here. Boom. Okay, acid. Oh, okay. Yeah, I see exactly what you're talking about here, Brock. Yeah, we're running with the fire acid combo on this. This should, yeah, I'm trying to get them clear in the base so that we can see it in action. We're going to run them over here. Yeah, and now let's try to trigger that ability. Smash. Nice, okay. And bam. Okay, yeah. No, I see exactly where you were going with that. Okay, I can see how he'll be good for bots that definitely have an acid rush. So he's going to be more. You're going to definitely want him more teamed up in that regard. I can definitely see that. That was a beautiful combo, Brock. Thank you for that suggestion. Cheeto, thank you for that replay recommendation. And guys, wow, man, we covered a lot today. I didn't think I was going to cover as much as we were going to be able to. But wow, did we cover a lot today? That was this. I hope was a great stream for you guys. I know I didn't get to talk to everybody in the comments and such in the chat, But join the Discord server. We can always continue these conversations on the CFTactics Discord server, so that we've always got interesting strategies. Cheeto will harp people. He'll send replays to them. He'll also make good recommendations as well. Broccoli just joined the server yesterday or this morning, so we've got Pittis on here. We've got a lot of great players here from not only playtest but in the community in general over on my Discord server. We can continue the topics that we start here. Thank you, Q. Thank you for the stream, and I think you reset my combiner for me. So thank you for that. If you did that, and guys, this is why I love doing my streams on the weekends. Gets you guys involved. Gets you doing some feedback, and of course, I can't follow everybody's feedback, and I concentrated on Broccoli today. I'll work with Pittis, I'll work with Cheeto, I'll even work with JRAD, and work with you guys' suggestions. So thank you all for a wonderful stream. Wow, this was a big stream. We'll probably be concentrating more on version 30 next week, which will have total prime power, which I've talked about over the last couple of weeks, and I've highlighted. Before I close out the stream, guys, I've got a series of new data sheets coming out, new design, better composition. Those I'll be sharing them on the TFEW server. There's still a couple of production bugs in terms of like image assets loading and that stuff, but I've got new building ones, I've got new bot and con ones, new combat ones, new Titan ones, new prime ones, and new cost sheets. So I've got formats down for everything. JRAD gave me some wonderful feedback in terms of the cost sheets. Cube and Calum got to see them probably before anybody, maybe at or around the same time as Pittis and Soldier did. But I've had a lot of people working with me in conjunction on optimizing these new layouts and these new sheets. So I've got those coming soon, and coming live to a server near you, either the Earth Wars server, my Discord server, or for our Alliance family members that are already live on our Alliance server. So yeah, man, wow, this was a big stream, a lot of information. Thank you all for joining this weekend. Have a good event. Hope you guys knock that out. Get your alchemists, get the artifacts out there for you. And as I close it with in every video and every stream, keep up the heroic nonsense, my friends. And also check out Ultra Pittis's channel. He's our newest content creator. He can post the link here in chat. He can post it on the CFTactics server, wherever he's at, and I'll post it up for him later. So keep up the heroic nonsense, my friends. Have a great weekend.